Hi there, Gemini. Welcome to your Teen RuneScope with me. My name is Amanda. I'm going to jump right in this month and cast your runes first, and then kind of go over just a few things that I normally go over. And let's see what's in store for you guys and gals. I always recommend that you also watch the video for your rising sign, because that can give you some additional information of other areas or issues that be lit up for you in May. Of course, the only way to get a reading only for you and not kind of lump you in along with the thousands of other Gemini and Gemini rising peeps is to schedule an appointment with me. I do those on Skype at $5 for a 3-minute session. Drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. If you're on a cell phone or mobile device, just tap the arrow beneath this video to open the details section. You'll find the email address there. Please be patient. It can take me a few days to get back with you if there are a number of people ahead of you wanting to sign up for appointments. So just go in the order that I receive emails. Also, wanted to remind you that I will be offering a 6-week online rune class. This is going to be 1st through 10th. If you would like to sign up for that, drop me a line at the same email address. It's $1 for the entire course. And the deadline to sign up and pay for that is noon on the 28th. So make sure that you get in touch with me as soon as possible about that so I can add you to the roster. It is totally online. There are no live sessions, but you do need to be able to devote about 4 hours a week to that. There are lectures to watch and homework. So if you're interested, I would be glad to have you. Just drop me a line, let me know. We'll get you signed up. Let's see what's coming up for gems in May. Looks like your focus is going to be on partnership, particularly an emotional partnership, because you have the Two of Cups and also Iwaz here, which means new beginnings. So, single gems. This could be, and honestly, the Two of Cups are usually, because it has your Gemini symbol there in it, This can also be talking about the two sides of Gemini. And so some of you could be coming more into alignment with your higher self or dealing with emotions in a way that maybe you haven't before. So, because again, you are an air sign. So you live in the mind. You're more mental. And it gets a little bit murky when you start dealing with the emotions or when you start trying to apply logic to emotion, which doesn't work, which is where air signs can get a little bit, I don't know what to do, I give up. But you'll be finding that it is a wonderful month for understanding either your emotions or the emotions of someone else in a new way, because you have the blank rune weird here, which talks about, walking through a doorway that you just haven't been through before, and finally getting the answer to something that have perplexed you for a while. So it could be a month of finding your inner beauty, getting in touch with your emotional self. What do I want emotionally? What do I need emotionally? What am I prepared to give? What can I give? Do I have anything to give right now? I think a lot of you do. I think you may just be questioning that due to past experiences, which all of us do. We all have baggage, but no, for those of you who are single and looking, Two of Cups can mean, meeting someone who is a soulmate, who is this is a strong emotional bond, a strong connection. It does not have to be romantic. It could be just a good friend or, reconnecting with a family member that you were once close with. But generally, this is the card of love and relationships. It can also mean marriage. Some of you be getting married in there. You may start planning that. You be talking about becoming engaged, or if you've been with someone for a while, if you're in a partnership already, you just be talking about cementing that and taking it to the next level, whether that be engagement or moving in together, or we're going to be exclusive, or marriage. So that's wonderful to see that, Gemini. So if you are single and looking, get out and about. They're not telling me how you're going to meet this person, because it's going to be different for all of you. If I saw kind of one way, that's where a private reading would come in handy. I would be able to tap in and tell you specifically, where you are, most likely to meet someone. But because it's going to be vastly different for all of you. So all I can say is accept all invitations, get out and about as much as possible in May. Gemini, you never know where that right person could be hanging out or waiting in line or eating lunch or grabbing a coffee. help that's going to be available to you. Let's see. What's happening here? Anything that you feel like, anything that you're unsure about, give the Justice card in reverse. And you also have Fehu in reverse, coming up in the help position. So anything that you feel indecision about, or like you just don't have all the information, you don't have enough information to make a decision, it will either fall through or it won't you won't end up having to make that decision. And for a lot of you, this have to do with financial things, with a job offer, or, with a legal case or a legal settlement. Anything that doesn't kind of come to pass regarding financial things in A is a help to you. Now, it may not seem that way at first because we want what we want it now, especially when it comes to financial things or money or possessions. But just know that anything like that falls through, it's actually going to be to your benefit, either because, and I just told this to Aquarius, they had a similar, something similar going on in the help position here. Anything that falls through, any settlement or offer that is not good enough, you shouldn't make a decision on that, or you shouldn't accept something less. Anything that's unfair with Justice in reverse. Anything that's unfair, no, you should not settle for that. Or, a job offer that they're not willing to pay you, enough for what's required of you in the position. No, pass on that. And a lot of that has to do with self-confidence and your abilities, Gemini. So, definitely own it. Own your skills, own your abilities, and, make sure that you are asking enough for that if you're on the job market and looking, because, they'll lowball you every time. So definitely don't take the first offer, especially, low offers on anything, because I do feel like you can get better. And do remember, we do have a Mercury retrograde at the second half of the interim. So that's not the best time anyway to accept offers or sign contracts or start new things. If you have to, you have to, but if you can delay it until after that retro phase, it would probably be a good idea. Let's see what else we've got here. A lot of new beginnings because you have Canis as well, and Inwas. So this is a process, this new beginning, this new door that you're opening. And for a lot of you, it has to do with this relationship. It has to do with a partnership. It has to do with moving on after an ending, because you have the Ten of Swords and some disruption going on. But I think this has more to do with, something that already ended. Because the thing about the Ten of Swords is that, this can be death, but it's also the death of a situation. It can be the death of a relationship, or just the death of a circumstance, and you may be having a little bit of trouble adjusting to the newness of it. So let's say that you have been in a somewhat casual relationship for quite some time, and then suddenly your partner or you decides that they want to go to the next level. But then, you have to deal with the next level and adjust to the next level. And maybe somebody's having trouble with that, or maybe somebody's concerned about it or worried about it, or unsure if they're ready and kind of trying to put the brakes on. So yeah, some of you may be, just having some trouble adjusting to that or worrying about it. Some of you may be dealing with back strain, back issues. If you've pulled something, they're just now telling me that be for some of you the reason that you were seeking restitution, seeking money, because again, you have Judgment coming up in reverse as well. So yeah, I do feel like maybe this was a workman's comp or a situation where you hurt yourself on the job and you're suing someone trying to get the money they owe you to pay your medical bills, and you're still having pain from this. I do feel like there's going to be, there'll be a flare up with that in May. There's going to be a new way forward. You are going to be able to heal with this. And if you've pulled a muscle or something, really, that's very painful, but there's not much they can do for you. So, it is kind of just a suffer until it heals. And I feel like for a lot of you, since you've got such lovely runes, really, that'd be what this is some physical discomfort. Please be careful, Gemini. And if you are, helping someone move, or if you're, if on the job, your job is very physical, take your time lifting heavy things. Be careful with your back. Make sure that you are sleeping on a mattress that is, good for your back, or that you're sleeping in a way that's that works for you, and so that you don't wake up all kind of feeling like you haven't slept at all. Because I feel like for a lot of you, this will be a physical discomfort, in some way. So, but it has to do with physical activity and you kind of doing it to yourself, a lot of you. So, now some of you, this relationship that's coming up may be coming back from the dead, because the Ten of Swords can indicate, somebody who has betrayed you. It can indicate betrayal in the past, or lies in the past. So maybe this is somebody we're looking to rekindle. Maybe you hurt someone in the past and you're looking to rekindle. Either way, I mean, you do have positive runes for that, but you're going to encounter some disruption or some ripples along the way. Definitely. Maybe if this person hurt you before, then, your friends or family not be looking too favorably on this person, understandably, because they care about you. Now, for some of you, this just be a relationship within the family, or a relationship that you're around that's causing havoc. It's causing people to be upset. It's causing worry and concern, because someone's not using their judgment. Someone's not thinking things through. Somebody's being rather reckless. I do feel like, though, that this is kind of a mixed bag, because people be putting on this show of being supportive. Or, trying to include this couple, even though maybe it's uncomfortable for some, or even though, it's just, harsh things have been said, or, it's a difficult relationship in some way, one of these people with the rest of the family. And you kind of find yourself in the middle of that, Gemini. You very well feel this way about the situation, like it is worrisome, that you're concerned about someone, but you have to, your hands are kind of tied. You have to accept this person, or at least accept this person's choices, because, it's their life. So I think you'll be looking at things in a logical way, Gemini, no matter the situation, and making your decisions from there. But definitely don't settle. You don't have to settle for someone who's treating you unfairly, has treated you unfairly, or for offers that are unfair and aren't giving you your due. You do have the Sun card, though, coming up in the position of what can't be changed. I do think there will be enlightenment about something. With the Sun, I mean, that means, everything that was in the dark, in the Moon card, for instance, where things are kind of hidden, we can only see a little bit wherever that little sliver of moon is shining. The Sun illuminates everything. So anything that was in the dark or has been hidden, anything that has been hidden will come to light. But it may be in a way that with this rune in reverse, it's like you don't have to put any effort into this. It's just kind of revealed. So if someone is trying to deceive you, Gemini, they're not going to be able to do it. They're not going to be doing a very good job of it, or they're going to find it difficult to do that, because you're just going to be able to see through without really any effort. So either you're just very perceptive, which Geminis usually are, again, logic. You can really kind of apply what you know of human logic and human motivation and figure people out. And I think you like to do that, Gemini. So yeah, you'll be very perceptive. And also it could just be that this person is just really, crap at hiding things. They're really not very good at, manipulation or hiding things or keeping secrets, which is good, because that allows you to know the truth no matter what they're saying or no matter how they're behaving. And for a lot of you, this have to do with a male. So this have to do with, and it could be anybody in your life, or a masculine energy, a more masculine female. But yeah, with somebody who has not been putting effort into something, this is somebody that you felt like, well, this person has been very lazy about their relationships, or very lazy about the amount of work they've been putting into something. They say they want this, but yet they don't put any effort into it. Or maybe you find out that someone that has been telling you that they've been working, your kid, has been lying about it and pretending to go to work every day, and really they've been hanging out and surfing or something. With the Sun card, or hanging out with their friends and partying, or skipping classes at school, and now they're not going to graduate because they've been skipping school and hanging out with their kids, with their friends. Yeah, it has to do with someone being lazy and you feeling like someone's just not using their judgment, not seeing the big picture in some way. But I think that you will be seeing the big picture in the Gemini. And remember, yeah, offers that are not worth your time, they're not, worth the effort of being asked of you or required of you. Just say no. Turn it down. Because something better is going to come along, probably in June after Mercury turns direct. So just kind of ride that retrograde and focus on whatever this positivity is. No matter what relationship be troubled, and you do seem to have several, or one in particular that's really you're quite excited about, and that is really very positive for you, and is kind of putting a smile on your face in spite of whatever else be going on, the back pain or offers that are not good enough or things like that. There does seem to be a special someone who's in your life. So that's what I see for Gemini. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you back here in June.